Hey.
Hello.
Greetings, everyone. How's it going?
Controller. How's everyone doing today?
It's Tuesday. It's time for another Dovetail stream.
Yes.
What are we going to look at today, Stephen?
Today I'm feeling Arnold. Not been on there for quite a while, I think.
I like Arnold.
Yes. Especially like the standing timbers and.
Yeah. Indeed.
So I'm going to try and find some trophy fish on there.
Ooh. Any particular species?
I think there's a gar that I like the look of. I can find pretty quickly. Well, I say find quickly. I know where it is, where I can catch it.
Oh, cool. That's good. So who we got on the stream today? We got Scooby Hayes. We got Craigie Boy, Alive Fantasy, and we've got Gilroy, Cool Rob, Random Ryu. Welcome. Hi Joe, and hi Shep, who has correctly spotted that today I'm wearing one of my favourite camos. So yes.
See Sam there in the chat.
Who we got? Sam. Jolly Rogers. Dovetail Tuesday. Oh, nice boat, Stephen. Where'd you get that boat?
This is from the Tackle Box Equipment Pack, released 2 weeks ago.
I like that lining.
Yeah, it's very...
I'm a Watford fan, so I'm always a sucker for a bit of yellow. So there we go. Byron Rogers. Hello, Byron. Okay, we got... Right, so where are you heading towards?
This little bit round South Beach.
Heading towards South Beach. You staying south of that sort of causeway? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And are these... is this the location of boss fish that have been previously caught and announced on the in Dovetail Live news?
So Dovetail Live usually does. So far, I've done the core lakes, so the ones built into the game. But I should start up one so we can start getting add-on lakes.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, we'll try.
So this is a location we haven't announced or released before as a place to catch named fish on this lake.
No.
Cool.
So, tell you the ones that we're trying to get, so you know what we're aiming for, and then you can start trying to target them as well. So in this spot you've got Rocket, which is £6 5-ounce spotted bass, Snappy, a £32 15-ounce long-nosed gar.
That's a big gar.
And
okay,
then Steel Eye, £25 15-ounce, 5-ounce walleye. Good set of...
Well remembered on the stats there, Stephen.
Aaron was on here last.
Oh, Aaron with his advanced ways. So what lure have you got on? And is there a particular one of these you're going for first with your choice of lure?
So I've got the Ned Bomb on, so that's going to be a good one for Rocket. We'll see what we get.
Okay. Richard Jones has joined us on YouTube. Afternoon, Richard. He's asking us what was in the latest update 1.19.
That was just a small update to the Dovetail Live Mastery and how it was handling data.
Oh, he's got a bite already, but a poor strike. It's just
Tiny
a
fish.
tiddler. Nice bluegill.
Speaking of bluegill, oh God, what is happening there?
What branch are we playing on, Stephen?
This is live.
On the line.
So that was weird. Anyway, back to my point. Speaking of bluegill, I think it's week 4 of the... Was it week 3? I've already forgotten. Week 3, I think, is we're going to have the Lake Jordan Panfish Challenge.
Right.
Where you'll be... total number of black crappie, white crappie, yellow perch and bluegill on Lake Jordan will be the tournament. There will be description in game and artwork to kind of support that and let you know that is the rules. So.
Yeah, I think the Ned bombs are quite good for those panfish, aren't they? The Ned bombs or the big fry daddy.
Yes.
That's a good lure for that's a specific lure for great for targeting the crappie anyway. It should work okay for the others. So for those of you got, obviously the update that came out this week, we managed to get it so that the Xbox update didn't force you to download the whole game. So it should have just been a few hundred meg for you, not 27 gig, which is good. We were able to do that this time because the changes that were in that update were only affected a small piece of code and weren't in the packages that contained the content for the lakes and all the art assets involved in that. So that will, when we change those, that means it has to be sort of a larger download. But this time it was just a small download on Xbox, which is good. Scooby Hayes is asking what the new fish species coming out and what lakes are coming out. Have we got any? Have we got any information we can give away on that, or have you got a date when certain any information is going to be made available to the people?
Next week we are going to be starting to kind of reveal. I'm going to move so it no longer looks like being abducted by aliens.
Sorry, next week
we're going to start teasing what's coming next.
Ooh.
So hopefully there's no aliens in this spot. So what happens when they raid Area 51?
So Joe's asking if the CR baits are best for carp. Yes, they are. They are predominantly a carp bait. You will pick up other fish on them, but those are CR Baits is a company. It does very much focus on the carp baits. So definitely best used for targeting those species. What you got?
Can I have something that might be a bit shinier and also good for targeting the large. So limited on choice. That's always a good one for.
I like that one. I like Ben Parker. So Live Fantasy is asking if there's any news on what we're doing for Halloween. So there's a couple of items. Exactly what the challenge is you will need to complete in order to get the items, we are still working out. But we're looking to get a couple of items into the game the week of Halloween that will to celebrate it and to give you a little challenge. That's looking like we're going to add a special seasonal section maybe to the mastery system that's just active that week. So if you're interested in Halloween items, make sure you read the news on Dovetail Facebook and on the Dovetail Live site and get playing the game and completing the challenges that week that will be available. Dutch is asking if there's big perch in the game. If so, where? The biggest perch are in Besti and Lago del Mundo, I believe.
Believe so.
So yeah, the perch. Obviously, we've got two species of perch in the game. We've got the European perch and the yellow perch, which is a North American variant. The European perch does get big. Does get quite a bit bigger than the yellow perch. And yeah, the biggest one. There's an okay sized one down on the canal, or a couple, but yeah, the bigger ones will be on Besti and on Lago del Mundo. So our Polish and our Spanish lakes. So in the Craigie Boy's asking what lure was aimed at catching salmon in the new tackle box. So the spinners that are in the tackle box should be good for both salmon and trout. Musaka's asking, will there be other lakes added to Mastery? Yes. So all the lakes in the game will be having their own Mastery challenges and reward items added to them. I would expect you guys to be able to see that probably towards the end of the month, or maybe just into the start of November. So there you go. Yeah. So a similar thing. Lots of cool rewards coming up and challenges to get you playing those lakes that you've had for a while. Tank has joined us on YouTube. Hi, Tank. Saying he's finally got his hands on the game for Xbox and he's loving it. Great job. Thank you, Tank. Okay, Iceman Steamer has also joined us. Hello. And Rally's here as well. The usual crew. Where's Caroline? Go on. So David's asking about a new achievement on Steam. Interesting. I think David, I need to look into exactly what that achievement is. I don't have the name list to hand. But no, in answer to your question, it's not to do with a lake called Wolf Lake with sturgeon in it.
Good guess, though.
Dutch Buck is asking if there is pike in the game. Yes, lots of pike in the game. We have a few members of the pike family. The northern pike can be found in almost all of the venues, really, and so that's across Europe and America. The US venues have the muskie and the tiger muskie, as well as the chain pickerel, which are all sort of parts of the pike family.
They'll be getting a tournament soon as well.
So yes, come strike right hand, Stephen. Oh. See, sometimes Stephen was holding a drink there, holding the controller in his left hand, and missed the strike. Now, what you need to do, Stephen, is you need to use your
keyboard
chest,
and mouse,
or you can smack the controller down your chest, strike or up the chest, strike with the right breast, and I would have given you added skill points for that, Stephen. But unfortunately, you just proved the fact that you're still a bit of a novice.
That's how I play keyboard and mouse usually. On my computer, on my work computer, I've got my mouse set up to do like reel in, twitch, increase and decrease reel speed, and increase and decrease drag. So just sit there playing that, have a drink.
All on the different mouse buttons.
Yeah,
fancy. Tank is asking if there's any possibility of adding rivers to the game. We would definitely love to have rivers. We just need to get the water flow working correctly, but it's certainly something we are looking at doing, and as soon as I have any more information on rivers, I will let you know. Tyler wants chatterbaits in the game. That's a good shout. I would not be adverse to putting chatterbaits in the game. We've got Alive Fantasy's asking what's the new clothing sponsors. So there's 2 new clothing partners that we're putting into the game. Is that right?
Just one clothing.
Just
partner.
one.
Be revealing who soon.
That was why I was kind of hinting at Stephen to see if he had an announcement plan already for that, or whether I was actually just going to let the cat out of the bag. But fortunately, I delayed long enough and allowed Stephen to let me know.
There will be new rods coming as well, which might be the other thing you're thinking of. It's their first time having equipment, but they're not entirely new.
I see. So Archie Rains is asking if we're going to do anything with float fishing. I have seen some work in progress on some float fishing changes where it allows you to adjust the depth that you're fishing at. So all I can say at the moment is there is work underway, but when it could make it into the game yet, I still do not know. Yes. We've got the Lee's popped up with hashtag eels. The perennial stream favourite. Any plans for new bite alarm range? What exactly are you after there, Craigie boy? Is that the range at which you can distance that you can hear them? Is that the audible range that they bleep at?
I think he just wants new bite alarms. Something else from Delcom or someone.
So Scooby's asking about the fix for the rods coming in when you change the baits or hooks. So that fix has been done. So I believe that is in the update, which is currently in QA.
Okay.
So that will look. We're looking at a date around about the 28th of October, I believe, for the next update that you'll get that. So that will be then. There'll be some other. I haven't got the full list, but there'll be there's obviously we're constantly working on stuff, so there'll be a whole lot of tweaks and improvements that go in with that. Fishing with Elijah has joined us. Yes. Oh, it's Paul. Hi, Big Paul. He's back. Right. So David's asking me about another new Steam achievement. I do know what that's about. Not quite sure why you're seeing them yet, but
I'll tell you later.
I don't turn the achievements on and off, so I'm not exactly sure why that's happened, but there might be some clues. So I think that's part of the initial tease. Is that part of your tease strategy there, Stephen?
It wasn't, but it is now. It's quite a kind of. We've had one saying wolf, one saying mouse, so it's a bit kind of.
Elijah, you keep spamming the comment thread. We've said hello. I'll give you a wave, but he's up on the spam. Happy to answer questions. Naif, I'm not ignoring you. I'm sorry. I've lost your question though. We got a shout here from Essex Luscious, who's keen for surface baits for carp fishing. Yep. So I've got a little thing I'm working on there. I was like, I can't, it's so hard for me because I can't give you a date or timelines, because then if I if we don't hit those dates or timelines, then you get upset, and that's understandable. So I can only tell you when stuff's coming, when I'm 100% confident it's going to be ready and delivered to you guys at that time. So yes. Scooby's after info on walleye on Lake Arnold. Don't know off the top of my head where you'll find the biggest ones. That would take me to have a little dig into the into the fish population management system that we have. So I can't do that at the moment. So Tank, that the issue about changing your bait and it brings all the rods in. That was the one I just was talking about earlier. Has been fixed at our end. It's currently with QA. We'll then have to go through a period of submission with Microsoft and Sony. So we're looking at a date around about Tuesday, October the 28th, to get that update out for you.
It's a Monday, isn't it?
Is it a Monday?
Monday's the 28th.
Monday the 28th.
So we're looking in that week, hopefully.
So we've also got a request from Johnny Griggs for carp control floats and from Alive Fantasy for PVA bags. I don't know what this no goats allowed thing is.
They've got some inside jokes going that I don't know or understand.
Hey, Big Timer Jay's joined us. He's sorry he's late, everyone, but he had a parents' evening to go to. I hope you didn't get in too much trouble and the teachers were nice about you, Big Timer. So Joe Cooper is asking, what is the biggest fish you have caught in real life? My fish is probably about a £15 prize Julian golden carp that I managed to pick up in Thailand, but I think that's probably my biggest. Okay, Johnny Griggs said about the DLC rods on Bergsea. The rods don't go on the rod stand. That, I believe, has been fixed, Johnny, and will be out in the, as I said, the previous update I mentioned on around the 28th of October. Where's Mohammed? Is he not with us this week? I see he's got a good score up on one of the DFL events I was looking at. I think he was rocking second on that.
Ignore me. My foot's gone dead.
Okay. Right. Come on, Stephen. The people want to see you catch a boss fish.
I want to see me catch a boss fish too.
Come on.
Oh, not with casts like that.
So what we're doing at the moment, we've taken a little trip along the south edge of Lake Arnold. Lake Arnold. We've headed over to South Beach, where we believe, rumour has it, that this location could be supporting as many as 3 named fish. So one's a long-nosed gar, one's a spotted bass, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was a walleye. Right. Come on, Stephen. Come on, Stephen. What are you going to get? Do we think he's going to get one? Do we think he's going to get one? There's some... Apparently Mo's doing he's in a predator competition at the moment. What, he's doing his attempt in the DFL, is he, Scooby? How's he getting on? So Scoob's he's on a party with Mo, whilst also listening to us. So you can pass on our hellos. Joe's asking if we'll add sea fishing. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It's certainly not something we would be against, but as I always say, there's lots and lots of things that we want to add. So
yes,
getting them in the order and getting them done and out to you guys is what we're working on. So
forgotten how to cast today.
Come on, Stephen. Hi, K12. Welcome back. Right. Oh, I wish I had the live leaderboard tables here so I could have a little look at. It's got 846 inches. And Nave's got 1530. Whoa. So, sorry, your tease, you were going to start teasing some new information next week, Stephen. Is this right?
Yes.
Next week, there will be some information from Stephen here. So that's in answer to your question, Chris Jones. The news will be coming next week on where we're going next and what we're going to be catching next. So stay tuned to all the Dovetail channels.
Yes.
And this man here will get that information over to you. Craigie Boy wants to see some Nash gear coming into the game. Anything particularly you want to see from them? So K12 has seen the AFCO logo on the Facebook page, Steve.
Can't see now.
Yes.
Keep it quiet.
So Dutch Buck is asking if there's any Xander in the game. Yes, there are Xander in a number of venues. And there are also the walleye, which is the North American cousin of the Xander. So, yep, they are both in the game and are good fun. Yeah, there is some. Yeah, that's correct. There will be some additional clothing going in on that 28th release as well, Johnny. So yes, you are correct in that. They certainly are a good clothing company. Lots of cool stuff. So yeah, plenty of us.
It'd be really good if we did sea fishing as well.
Yeah. Be really good if they sent us some samples.
We like samples.
K12's asking what lake you're on, Stephen.
This is Lake Arnold.
Yeah, so Stephen's doing he's set himself a little challenge here to try and catch some boss fish on Lake Arnold. So there's three located down here. Big Time is asking about this collision issue. Is that related to that thing around the docks?
Yeah, that's what we were getting Raz to look at. Oh wait.
So surely that's not stopping you play the DFL Big Timer.
He had to there's sections of the lakes where it looked like the fish was getting caught on the lake bed. It was making weirdness. But yeah, Raz was having a look at it.
It's Toka Kato says he's loving Stephen's facial hair and it makes him look like a musketeer. Are you specifically going for the musketeer look there, Stephen?
No, just the lazy look.
Lazy bedhead look.
Yeah.
Okay, I need big timer. I need to catch up with one of my engineers about that issue. Has anyone else reported that issue?
Nope.
What if Big Timer's got particularly sticky hooks?
Maybe. Too much goo on the bait.
How much goo are you putting on there, Big Timer? Oh, camo gear waders. You should see if you could see me from the waist down. I would, I always come to the office in my camo gear waders. So I'm well keen for some of those going into the game. Ooh. David Pratt has asked if I'm planning a jungle lake for the wolffish. Interesting. Jungles would be cool. Wolffish would be cool.
Agreed.
Hashtag camo pants would be cool.
He's doing very well.
Oh. If only we could go and load up another little box that had a live action view of Mo trying to beat Scooby Hayes in the Predator tournament.
That'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
Go into the menu and here's the people doing the tournament attempts.
Attempts in progress. And you can sort them by their DFL earnings or their rate or their rank. So you could watch the most experienced, biggest winners. Try and get some tips off them, like you were watching the live streams of the tournaments on YouTube or something. That would be great. We'll get there one day. Okay. My cap off Grand Union would be cool.
Have you not got that? First try logging out of Dovetail Live, then back in, and then send us a Kayako ticket with your Dovetail Live email address and we'll get it looked at.
Speaking of Kayako tickets, Stephen.
Yes.
Wasn't there something else you wanted to mention?
So we have these cool things that you can't really see. So, Fish and Sim World Pro Tour bottle openers. If you send us a ticket to Kayako saying with the subject stream bottle opener, something to that effect, we'll send you
we have a load of these to send out to you guys, so submit us a Kayaku ticket like Stephen says. What's the address, Stephen?
I never remember the email address. It's dovetailgames.kayako.com. It's where you go to submit your tickets. I'm pretty sure Des has 4 of them. I have one, but it's on my desk at the moment. Yeah, send us a ticket and we'll send you out one. Obviously, while we've still got them, so...
Yes, so they will be given out in the order in which the Kayako tickets arrive. So if you're keen for a Fishing Sim World branded bottle opener, unfortunately it doesn't say Uncle Des on it anywhere.
Sign it.
But
Des will sign them.
If you want a specific Uncle Des one, I'll see if I can find a Tipex pen or something, and we'll go from there.
I wonder if those gold and silver markers would work on it.
Okay. Bandit B wants a list of all the winners of the Angler of the Month. Do you mean all the past, like the Hall of Fame? So every month Stephen does a post with all the winners on it. But a Hall of Fame might be good. I was actually thinking of some loading screens celebrating the winners as well.
We were talking last week about an Angler of the Year. So we just go through, calculate all the points scored for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, some sort of Hall of Fame would be good.
That'd be cool.
Definitely.
Could make it like a thing on like stream pages as well, of like Dovetail Fishing League Hall of Fame. So you've got your panels on Mixer and Twitch,
right,
where you can just kind of put that kind of information. Could be fun.
So K12 is asking if we're going to get a timer on fishing trip mode. So the whole thing with the fishing trip mode is that it's not time based and is the sort of the most relaxing game mode, and you're just there free to fish for as long as you want. So you might have to expand a bit on what you want that timer to, what you're thinking there, K12. Is that you just want to set yourself a little challenge and see what you could do in an hour, or?
That's so weird.
So we've got So we should look at we can get Scooby Hayes' ID and just send him the entitlement and try it in a manual way, just see if it comes through.
Yeah, I think I talked to Dovetail Live about getting it sorted because someone else had something similar and James was able to fix it.
So Hanu has joined us on YouTube. He's asking why all the rods come out of the water these days when I only change the bait of one free rod. That is a bug that has been fixed at our end and is currently going through QA at the moment, Hanu. So that will be out in your hands and downloading for you, I believe, around the 28th of October.
I just had an interesting thought about putting timers on Freedom Trip. You could then do like rally style time trials of 10 minutes on a lake, catch so many fish, then to another one.
Ah, I see. So the reason they want it is because they use the mode in the North American Dovetail Fishing League. So they would like to be able to set each other timers. Interesting. So do you have to like when somebody makes an attempt or does their submission on that, is it like the rules that you have to stream do they have to stream it so that everyone sees what they get and can add up the scoring? So we've got David's asking if we could have practice mode for the online comps. Well, the fishing trip mode is kind of practice mode for the online comps. Obviously, you can only do that if it's on a lake that you own. If you don't own the lake, then you only get the one attempt, which is why. If you've purchased the lake, if it is an additional DLC lake, that you do get that extra opportunity to practice. You might have to rephrase that question, Hanu. Why fishing habit changes sometimes. So that's you read that request there from Big Timer. He'd like us to notify the community when an update is due, because if the update comes out during a tournament attempt, it potentially
messes with the
scores. It shouldn't do. I'm really surprised it does, because that's a bit odd. It certainly should be able to cope with pausing the attempt and then resuming it after installing the update. But certainly we should be able to, or this man here will be able to let you know when they come out. Generally they come out around 11 a.m. They're normally set to, when we set an update to come out, we obviously have to inform Microsoft and Sony when we want the update released. And so, yes, it is normally about 11 o'clock in the morning UK time. Mm-hmm. So Stephen should be able to, on those days, be able to let people know that it's coming.
Yeah, I was just thinking, would it better to do the evening before or the day of? But you could do both.
You could do both, certainly. Still got this graphic up.
Yeah, I quite like it. Although it does cover some.
Who knows? Are we going to see any bosses, Stephen? Craig's asking. Are we going to see any? We don't know. That's the thing. If they were too easy to catch, it would take away from them, because people would purely be hunting the bosses for the tournaments, and it's not just about trying to get those bosses. Oh, Stephen. I'm getting asked for a timeline on waypoints, which I do not have a timeline on, I'm afraid. As soon as I have any information, I will give it to you, but it's definitely something we want to do. Hi, Zeal2 UK has joined us. Welcome. I recognise that name. Okay, Hanu, I still don't quite get the question. Fishing. So what do you reckon this spotted bass was around £6, was it?
Yes. I'm not sure it will take either of the two lures I've just been using, but it's good to change it up. Did we do the update? Yeah, we did.
Richard Mason's joined us. He's on YouTube and he's saying he's filled in the survey and wants to see bigger carp and non-trophy carp soon. So yeah, there is a survey out at the moment. I hope you guys have all filled it in and sent in your feedback. Very handy to see and have it all written down. So that's, you've posted that a few times on the Facebook page, haven't you? So
yeah.
if you do want to find that survey,
it's on Twitter and Facebook. It's in the forums. That's the place for those things. Yeah.
So the crappie event, the panfish event we got coming up is next week.
I think so.
So 2 of them are next week, and the pike family one's the week after, is it? Or
so the panfish one is next week, which is black crappie, white crappie, bluegill, and yellow perch.
And that's in the match series
on Lake Jordan. The following week is canal going for bream, tench, and barbel. Still say that name wrong. And then on Boulder, it'll be chain pickerel, pike, muskie, and tiger muskie.
Cool.
It's intense seeing the updates on Mo's tournament attempts.
So he's on 1,359 inches with 3 minutes left. But didn't he have to beat a 1,500 target?
It's gonna be close.
Sounds a bit pushed too far to me. But we wish you the best of luck, Mo. Brian Martin says you've got more of a chance of catching a cold than that spotted bass, Stephen.
Probably accurate.
I think you're right, Brian. I think you might be right.
So some hefty fish like below my boat.
Bandit says you should be using one of the new lures at the DLC. Well, you were with the
Ned bomb.
The Ned bomb. Do you have that Bourbon Berry going as well? Give that Bourbon Berry a luzz. That's quite good. The Vibra King. There it is. Just switched to rod 2. Oh. You already had it rigged up, Stephen. Richard Mason's asking if Porthos or Los Gigante have been caught yet. I've definitely seen Los Gigante being caught. I've seen pictures of that posted around on Facebook.
I don't think I've seen Porthos.
Have I seen Porthos?
I know we put the set of Porthos, Poseidon, and MacArthur, and I was seeing Poseidon being caught, but I didn't see the others as much.
Misaka wants blame it on Des hoodie.
Get John to make one.
I think I should get one of those in real life.
That's a spotted bass, I think. Is it?
Stop.
It looks like it in the water.
What? Oh, it's a decent crappie. It's a decent crappie, but
not what we're looking for right now.
So Mo finished with. He's going to join. He's going to jump on and join us. He finished with 1,432.72.
Good effort,
Scooby. What was he? What was he trying to beat again? And is it you that's currently winning that event? So Hanu, when I fish with 3 rods and I catch with 1 rod, the fishing method becomes a long throw. I'm still not quite understanding the question, Hanu. Are you saying that only one of the rods works? Or I'm not. Yeah, sorry, I'm not quite understanding that question. So Scooby, has that put Mo into second place as the tournament stands? $1,534 was the target. So he's 100 inches short. Could do with a little scoreboard here.
Could check it once we come out of this session.
He was already in second place. And is that his final attempt, Scooby? This has got to be a pike or something, right?
Something decent size, I hope. I'm just being really bad at fighting it.
Get it in. Pump it. Drag him closer. We want to see this fish. So, Tank's just asked a very important question. How do you get your hands on one of these limited edition Fishing Sim World bottle openers? What you have to do is you have to go on to
dovetailgames.kayako.com
dovetailgames.kayako.com, submit a ticket and just put bottle opener please, or something along the lines of bottle opener.
Just mention bottle opener.
Put bottle opener. Obviously we'll need a postal address so Stephen can post it out to you, and we'll get one in the post.
First come, first serve.
Mo's joined us now, and hello Mo. He couldn't beat Scooby, so he's in second. One more attempt to go. What is it? A pike?
Yeah.
I did.
Are there muskie on this lake? No, it looks like a pike.
That's a pike.
Polka dot pike. The aliens have gone away.
So K12's asking, are we going to get bass jigs? We've got a bunch of new lures in production at the moment. So I don't know if we're gonna when exactly we'll be announcing the partner list for those. So yeah. There's going to be some interesting ones in there. Trying to get some more in that will target specific species as well. So so there's an event going on at the moment in Canada, which is kind of like a big.
Travelled all the way to Canada to go to Cornwall.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So Darren, who you will have the regulars on the stream will have seen, he's currently on a business trip to Canada, where he's meeting multiple international fishing teams from around the world. That's going to.
I'm fishing with Scott and Roland Martin as well.
And he's going to be with Scott and Roland, and Roland's going to be there as well. Wow. And yes, so there's sort of big fishing tournament going on. So yeah, lots of exciting things for those guys to be talking about for the future.
Is that a walleye? We have a walleye.
We have a walleye. Oh my gosh,
Don't
it looks quite
away.
big. They actually look quite big at that distance. Could he have it? Do you think Stephen has actually caught one of these boss fish? Oh, what was his name?
Steeleye.
Steeleye. Come on. Right. Scooby Hayes wants me to turn up the pike catch rate on Gigantica. It's not the biggest. It's not meant really as a piking venue, that one. But I could ask. That would have to be the next for a future update. Obviously, the one that I'm talking about is due on the 28th of October. That's already sort of the work's done on that, and that's now in the QA and sort of submission phase. So hey, Yamil's here. How you doing, Yamil? So I know about punching through weed mats and grass mats for bass is that would be cool. It's quite sort of technically challenging from the physics of the game point of view. I would have to have some sort of surface material that had resistance on it that only allowed you to punch through it if you hit it with enough weight. So certain lures would have to obviously stick and get snagged on the surface, which don't have that at the moment. It's all in the big list of stuff that I want to do. But as to when I can get to that, I will have to let you know in the future. But obviously, that would be great. That would be great.
Is it?
It's a big one.
Chunky.
Come on. No.
Disappointment.
Good try, Stephen. Good try. He caught a walleye.
There you go. That's where they are, Scooby.
There's a walleye. There's a big one. So my boss is watching this, and as you can see, I've been invited to Arkansas. So can I go? Can I go on another research trip, please? I'd love to come, K12. That sounds great. How long do I need? Is it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks? So I think is Hanu talking about the issue where the rods inherit a different cast type from the previous one?
I think so.
So if you did he say what format he's on? Did he say Xbox? I think he said. Maybe he
rock paper scissors.
So he just needs to cycle through the casting options with the change cast button. So that would be pushing in the left stick, would it?
I think so. I don't play PlayStation enough.
So if you push in the left stick, yeah. So if it changes the cast mode, Hanu, and you push in the left stick, that should cycle through the available casting types for that specific rod that you've got. Now there is a bug that can be triggered in strange scenarios where you have different rod types and you switch from one to the other. That just got reported to me the other day, so we're looking at getting that fixed, but you should still be able to cycle through the correct cast types for each rod by pushing in on the left stick. Okie dokie. So I think maybe, K12. How many of us can you put up at your place for this research trip? And what sort of fish we're going to be catching? Perhaps we'll bring the whole team. round to your place. You any good at barbecues? Mo, my cheerleading outfit's in the wash. I couldn't. Oh, you have to. If you're going to do it next Tuesday, I'll give it I might give it an airing out.
Halloween's the following week, Des.
Oh, ow. Ooh. He's got 1 bedroom and 2 couches. This could get cosy. One bedroom, 2 couches, and a strong smell of fish.
What do you say to that?
Right. How many more casts are you going to do, Stephen?
Do a few more. I saw a decent sized one swim about.
What, on the fish finder? Or
Yeah.
up by the surface? Ah. I don't think you're far enough in, are you? Let me have a look at
I'm
that.
kind of in the middle of the area where it's.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be close to that border with the next one. Maybe just head a bit further south.
I think you're in there. You are in there. This is the sheet of information you guys want. But as you can see, even with the information, it's still not. You're still not nailed on to catch them. As with fishing around the world, it takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes patience. Come on, Stephen. They're believing in you. They think you can do it.
Oh, it's too much pressure.
It's too much pressure. Hanu, do you know what rods you've got in your three rods? And does it only happen when you've changed to the spud rod? If you've got the same types of rods, it shouldn't be changing. But I'm going to have to look into that. It sounds like I just want to double check and make sure that the bug has been fixed and addressed. Because it wasn't always doing that. I think it's something new that's been introduced. All the same. Yamil is very keen for peacock bass, Stephen.
Patience.
He has his hands clasped together in a praying action. Okay, all rods the same. And which rod is that, Hanu? Just so I can just go back and replicate exactly what you're doing.
I'm intentionally letting it sink.
I was going to say, what are you doing with that lure? It's not going to sink that much further. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's not it.
Scooby Hayes is keen for pike floats and live baits. That would definitely be good. Live baits to teach the kids what happens to little roach. I'd love that if you could catch the roach and then use them as live bait. That'd be good.
I was watching one of Chuck's videos yesterday. He was using live baits. He's keeping them in his little pool in his live well in his boat.
Yeah. The Long Nest 13. Okay, thanks, Hanu. I will have a look into that. Oh, I've brought me a pen and I've not brought my pen. You got a pen? Right. So, Richard, let me have a. Richard's asking about the coarse rod sounds and about hearing the line being taken away with a big fish. And he thinks it sounds different to the spinner rod. So let me check to my audio engineer about that. The Sonic Vader X. Gotcha.
That's the one I caught earlier. Back again. Scooby, I think there is a fix in the works for that, or in for that.
You what? Which one?
Scooby's rods were standing upright. I can't remember the lake, maybe Waldsea.
Yeah. So there's I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's two. When you claim a peg at the moment in the game, there's two different types of rod stand. One of them is more like bank sticks that get pushed into soft ground, and then on Valdsea, where you've got the decking around the outside of the lake, it uses a different sort of rod stand pod, which doesn't have the legs going into the ground, and I believe it's that one that had an issue with one of the rods. Yeah. Okay. Fish on.
I was just looking at the catch summary. It's been quite a varied session.
You switched up your lure a few times, haven't you? Scooby, what was the name of the rod? I think Raz has been working on it. Richard's asking, do I know how big the non-trophy catfish go in Largo? Core blimey, not off the top of my head. Have I got access?
You have Teams on your phone. No, not Teams. OneDrive. I've got it on mine. Yeah.
No.
I will check.
Stephen's just going to try and look that up for you. Have you got the... Do you want me to do a search? What's that? Maybe Sam's watching. He's sat at his desk. Maybe he could let us know.
Yeah. I've definitely got it on there somewhere.
Why is it not coming up?
Is it searching in just my files? Go on shared at the bottom.
Shared. What, searching here?
Yeah.
Surely you've opened it recently.
Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, I got that Scoob. I'll have to have a look at that. The 10-foot one. Yeah, I can't find that data.
No, I don't know why it's not appearing, because I've looked at it on here before.
Is Jolly Rogers still there? Jolly, are you there?
It's here. Come on.
Right, go on, give it back then. I don't know why.
I don't know why I didn't show in search, but
I blame one of those big companies that makes all the software. How do you even get to the tabs of this mobile version? Right, what are we looking for? We're looking for Largo, didn't it?
yeah.
Biggest non-boss catfish on Largo. Oh my gosh. Row 12. Who was that question from?
Richard Mason.
Richard. The answer is £170. Around £170 is the largest non-boss. What you got there? Channel catfish?
Nice.
What's that?
Musky repire.
Is it? Always. The casting method changes every time I fish with 3 rods, whatever the rod is. So Matthew Marshall says Gunnersville is his favourite lake, which happens to have the fish called Marshall in it. Hope you've caught Marshall, Matthew Marshall.
Try saying that 5 times.
Yeah. Right. Does this unlock with your face?
Yeah, swipe up now.
Right. So, he's also asked what the biggest barbel, non-trophy barbel, is. £19 8 ounces on Largo. There you go. £19 8 ounces on Largo for the barbel. Okay. Cecil is asking, I hope the question about Eurofishing lakes in the survey means we might get some more of them in Fishing Sim World. Well, that might depend on how many of you give that feedback in the survey. Okay. Right. That is a beast, Stephen. What's that?
Nice. £35 muskie.
I think that's a good fish to end on. I don't think we.
Yeah.
I can't sit here all night waiting for you to catch
it's
a
not
boss
looking
fish,
like it's
Stephen.
happening.
We tried.
Next time.
So you've seen the location on the map, down by South Beach, on the south of Arnold, and there's three boss fish in this area. They're still elusive, but can you catch them? So, right, on that lovely muskie, I think we're going to say goodbye. So thanks you everybody for joining us again, and we will look forward to chatting with you soon.
Remember to This got to that part of the show where I can't form words. Remember to send us Kayako tickets to claim a bottle opener.
And
Fishing Sim World Pro Tour branded.
Fishing Sim World Pro Tour branded bottle opener. Send in your Kayako tickets, and Stephen will be having some news next week.
Yes. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming over the next probably week and a half on social media, so if you don't follow us anywhere, follow us in places, and
Get
best
involved.
place to get all our latest news.
Awesome. Right. So if anyone's going out actually fishing, good luck on your adventures. Hope you catch some big ones. And tight lines, and we'll chat to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.